Alright, hello and welcome everybody to another stream. Usually I don't really do much talking during other streams other than with Kel, because usually I don't really have much to say, but I am trying to kind of like switch things up a little bit, maybe be a little bit more talkative. So, this is another one of my Final Fantasy streams. I am trying to get to Shadowringers relatively quickly before 6.0 hits. Not sure if I'll be able to do it, to be honest, but I'll at least try. So, last time we left off, we were doing some more side quests because it's an addiction at this point. And we are going to head over to where we last were. Not quite Ralger's Reach, it was Alagana is where we are going to be heading right now. We do have another side quest to pick up from there real quick, and then we'll move on to the main scenario quests again. So, let's make our way over there real quick. Also, if there's any trouble with the sound, the audio, my microphone, anything at all, just let me know so I can keep an eye on that. And judging from the map, not really much to do other than this singular side quest in this area. Last time I was kind of doing side quests, I kind of forgot to always check my Aether Compass, but we'll see where it takes us because it's still a large region that we haven't explored. I'm pretty sure once we actually head to those areas, we'll be able to get the rest of it. So let's just check real quick on the Aether Currents here. So I got one from the quest, so we still need 4 more for the quest, and then we got the rest that need to be on foot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to make a total of 10 that we need to discover. We have 3 so far, so we'll just worry about that later. Now let's talk to this luckless merchant. Hello there, friend. Don't suppose you'd have time to help a man in his hour of need. I come here to buy minerals that I was meant to supply the resistance with. The only problem is I was robbed of all my gil by... I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I'm just gonna go ahead. Kickern bandits on the way here. Who's going to use a merchant that can deliver the goods he claims to sell? Please head to Momaroon's Milk and take back my money. Once you have collected my gil, give it to a man by the name of Ansgar in this village. He's the one I had procure minerals for me. In the meantime, I'll head back to Ralger's Reach and ask them to wait a little longer for their order. Bring the minerals to me as soon as you have them. Alright. Seems pretty straightforward. Let's go on ahead, get this man's money, and have him being broke like that now, can we? No, of course not. I will probably check the Aether Compass as we're going, just in case. I know we're going to the completely opposite direction, but if it's pretty close by to where that quest is, I'll most likely head over there to grab it. And I hate it when it's slow like this. That's why I want to try and gather the currents as soon as possible. Just 435 yelms to the south. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So we should be able to hit it and acquire it before we actually head over there. So let's just keep doing this. Southeast. So it's probably taking this road to where we need to go in order to get that. now it's just straight to the east. So I'm pretty sure there it is. Awesome, it's right where we need to head to our quest too, so that works out perfectly. I really appreciate the effort that they put into the soundtracks in this game. It's just absolutely lovely. So this one should be close as well. So I might just actually take a little detour going back. Instead of going straight back, I'll probably try and grab that one. Just to the southwest. Probably might not be able to get it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably won't be able to get it since it wants me to go into this area, which I have no clue how to get to. Alright, so that didn't work out quite well, but it's alright. Everything's fine. Not a problem. I'll probably just skip any fates. I wanna try and do the actual quest first. The fates are always gonna be here. I could do them whenever. Don't need to really bother with them right now. Hey Crash, how's it going, man? Alright, that's good to hear. Right now, just doing a couple of side quests and then I'll head over to do the main scenario quest. Alright, hello there lad, do you have business with me? Alright, let's hand him over the sack. Merchant who ordered the minerals asked you to bring me his payment. I take it you must have reclaimed his gill from those pesky, Kikern. Haha, you have my thanks. I was not best pleased when I heard he would be late in paying me. Here are his minerals, get them to him as quickly as possible. No doubt he's worrying himself sick. Alright, Crash. I'll just go on and try and wrap this up while you actually log in. Then we could just add together to whatever the content has. But we'll probably have to drop group at some point if it asks me to go into an instance again. But we'll see. We'll worry about that later. Alright, I will be muting myself for a minute here. I need to check on something real quick, so just give me a couple of seconds. Alright, I am back. Apologies for that, everyone. Just had to check in on something real quick. So, we're off to finish off Red Bandit side quest, and then we'll do Bereft of Hearth and Home. Ah, the place looks devastated. I feel bad for them. Alright, I do have the minerals. Do not worry. Oh, I am positively indebted to you. At last I can fulfill the resistance order. Frankly speaking, the minerals found around Aligana aren't of the best quality. But I can't help but want to support a struggling village. They have been through so much. I will need to be careful. I do not go the same way as their quarry. I had made a point of not hiring protection when traveling to save on money, but I'm not much use to anyone if I'm robbed of all my gil. Here, take this as a token of my thanks. Alright, thank you there. Let's go on. Pretty sure I'm done with all the other side quests. Yeah, there's nothing really here, so we'll just head on to Gorilla and speak with them. Hopefully soon I'll actually get to the other aetherite currents and be a bit more faster, but for now we'll just have to stick with that. Forgive me, but it's imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Right? Oh, I see. In that case, you're free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Alright, so let's go over, gather the medical supplies that we need. Oh, and I forgot to do this. Let's change the minion real quick. What would the minion roulette give us? The ugly duckling. The best of the best. Here, it deserves a pat on the head. Not a pat, a pet. There we go. I mean, it basically is patting the duck, but still. Alright, that's 2. Let's get the last one. Alright, onto the flame. Courier. Give him medicine. Sir Marshal Tarapin said you might have something for me. Alright, there you go. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. And it's cutscene time, so I'll be muting myself for the duration if it has any sounds. If not, I won't be muting myself. Alright. Sheila and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side this entire time. Thank you, Krill. And yes, I'm gonna call her Krill because that's practically how they pronounce it in Japanese, and I guess I'll stick with that. Alright, I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on, you're Engine 2, aren't you? shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. See you at the ball when it's finished. Pippin, as you wish, then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrade's health allows. To Casham Oriens. Alright, let's talk to Conrad. Is it Conrad? Yeah, it is Conrad. Why did I have a moment back there? I will not know. Do I care much to know? Well, not really. Alright, moving on. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated in this state. Will not be mounting an assault on Castellum Velodina. It's hard to pronounce words in this game, so bear with me, please. Or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Casham Oriens. Understood. We will go and speak with General Aldine. Alright. Let's move on. Need to speak with Raubon before we head off, so let us go. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula. Imperators, after quitting... Okay, wait. Specula Imperators. Yes, that's it. Why did I say that? Whatever. Anyway. Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives, having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Casham Oriens. We can discuss our path forward there. Alright, let us head over to the Casham then. We're gonna take the long way there, because I like to take the scenic routes. Should we take a quick detour? Let's see if we could actually be able to get it. If not, I'll just say forget it. Directly to the south, which is a good sign. I might actually be able to get this one, and this is a different area. This is the fringes of here, Abania. So, progress here for the Aether Currents that I have right now is I have 4 of the ground ones, and only one of the quest ones. So it's basically the same as a piece now. So, one more time. The southeast. Alright, that is a waterfall. I will probably not be able to do much about it. Looks like it's on top of one of those hills that I need to reach some other way. So I probably will not bother. Yeah, it's directly to the east, so it needs to be right there. Alright. Let us forget about that for now. If I can just jump over here. Come on, you can do it. Alright, looks like Typhus Crash is gonna join our party. Welcome. And of course, game physics. Getting stuck on a tiny rock, well, you can basically fly. I gotta love games. Scenes in this game are just absolutely beautiful. That's why I usually like to take the scenic routes. I just look around me, enjoy the scenery. It's no fun when you're just teleporting everywhere. You don't really get to appreciate the aesthetics of the game. You don't really get as much of an appreciation of how hard the artists work to produce what they produce in this game, which I think is kind of a shame that people usually overlook stuff like that. At least some people. And I hear somebody flying over me. There we go. Hey, Crash. And again, just heads up, any cutscenes that would have the audio playing, I'll just mute myself, just so I can make sure that I don't disturb it or interrupt. Alright. Krill is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Krill says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. Lost a lot of good people, didn't we? Yep, that battle was brutal, honestly. Not gonna lie. Saw it happened when the Skull's commander cut down Mefrid. A single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. Do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. Gods help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Oh, please. Yep. I agree.
アルフィノ殿が申す通りだ。帝国と戦う同志である以上、協力を惜しむつもりはない。
ありがたい。しかし我らアラミゴ解放軍の戦いはこれまでじゃ。メフリットをはじめ中核を担ってきた者の多くがやられてしもうた。もはや組織的な抵抗活動は難しいじゃろ
う。コンラッド隊長、
悔しい気持ちはわしにもある。故郷を奪った帝国を憎む気持ちが消えたわけでもない。しかしな、
ドクロ連隊、帝国支配下で生まれ育ったアラミゴ人たち。
連中は20年前のアラミゴ征服時に真っ先に帝国に従い市民権を得た有力者の子息たちじゃ。アラミゴ人の両親のもとに生まれながらも彼らは帝国式の教育を受け帝国人として育ってきた。裏切り者と罵るのはたやすいが、未来を担うべき若者たちにあのように敵意を向けられては。
だからって諦めるって言うんですか？ナーゴ、私は諦めませんよ。ここで引いて生き残ったとして死んでいった仲間たちになんて説明すればいいんですか？
その叫び、我が輩にも同意させてくれ。犠牲を無駄にせぬためにも今一度不退転の覚悟を固め、どんなに苦しくとも前に進むべきだ。
じゃがな、今回の襲撃によってゼノスの圧倒的な力が再び示された格好じゃ。そんな中立ち上がろうという勇気のある者はあまりに少ない。
確かに化け物じみた強さだった。あのゼノスっての皇太子なんでしょ？
ああ、王位継承権第1位の大物だ。アラミゴの総督となる前は東州オサード大陸の属州ドマの反乱を鎮圧したことで武名を高めた将とも聞く。今やアラミゴとドマという2つの属州を管轄する立場にある帝国でも指折りの実力者というわけさ。そんな相手とどう対するべきか。なるほど。帝国の支配からの脱却という点ではアラミゴとドマの民の思惑は一致しているし、共闘も可能だろう。ドマ解放を支援することでゼノスを翻弄しようというのか。
逆に言えば、ここでわしらがついえれば帝国を利し東方で故国を奪還せんとする者たちも苦境に立たされるわけか。しかしアラミゴのために立ち上がる力は。
コンラド殿、ここが正念場ですぞ。彼らならばゼノスの目を東方へと向けさせることができる。その間に再びアラミゴの民をまとめましょうぞ。
私、東方に行くよ。行って帝国と戦う方法を見つけ出してくる。 もう二度と仲間をこんな目に遭わせないために。
頼む。アラミゴの民に再び立ち上がるための時間を作ってくれ。
すまない。感謝するぞい。不甲斐ないわしらのためにこうまでしてくれるとは。
Alright. And yes, Crash, I do agree with you wholeheartedly on that. The drama, the Japanese dub is definitely better. And more enhanced, of course. Alright, let's move on. It goes without saying that the signs alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good you can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. Alright. So certain. And I see a couple of side quests. Of course, we're gonna have to do those before we head anywhere. Alright. Let's pick up the main scenario quest first. And then we'll move on. Where men goes one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Otherd is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I'm one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it, if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Ishtola cannot be left unattended. And I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. Drill to the rescue. You know, Alpian would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Definitely. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after Ishtola and provide support to our involved and the others? Yes, Alpianid, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Wow. Alright. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Shirogame, please, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lominsa. Alright, so before we head there, we'll have, of course, to do the side quests. Alright, so I'll leave the Serpent Marshal's side quest for now. I'm gonna be heading over to Lucine. Also, if I know my stream is experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, so please bear with me. Oh, you're the adventurer from before. Have you come for more work? Because I could certainly do with an extra hand or two. My analysis of the samples you brought me is coming along quite nicely. But there is one more area I would have you investigate. There's a cavern southeast of here, the Comet's Tail, so named for the glowing ore covering its walls and ceiling, as if the gods themselves captured starlight and placed it there. Despite its supposed beauty, however, I've heard reports that the area has been adversely affected by pollution. As before, I need you to procure 3 samples of the soil and 1 of the water so I can ascertain the truth of what has happened there. Alright. Let's go on a mission to prevent New Yorkie and global warming, shall we? Also, this theme is one of my favorites from the little ponies that you get from the trials of the original primals. This one and Shiva. Best 2 in my book, honestly. Alright, so this is... I got stuck in a tree looking at the map. Anyways, looks like it's a straight trek south. So we'll see what we can pick on the way as far as aetheryte currents go. Alright, looks like we're getting ever closer to it. That's nice. Should be able to pick up quite a few before we actually head to Doma though, which would be good. I'm not sure when we'll be back here. I'm pretty sure we'll be back here at some point in this expansion. If not, I might just go on a random goose hunt and get the rest of the aetheryte currents. I'm pretty sure I need to take this route north to reach there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to reach it any other way. The terrain will tell us. Alright, so it's 150 to the southwest. I'll just dump down here. There it is. Let's go get that one. Check our map. Alright, so we still need to pass through here anyway to get to the quest area. I shall do. Hopefully there might be another one near here. Alright, so that's directly to the east. So after we hit the Comet's Tail, I'll probably just go this way and see where it leads. That way I could cover more ground, discover a bit more areas, and see if I could get any more currents on the way. Plus it'll help me get lost less often, which is awesome. They were not lying when they said this place was pretty. This is just beautiful. Alright. 604 Yelm to the northeast. Let's head there. Castle Belladonna. Belladina. This is where we were supposed to hit. Alright. That's directly to the east. Might be in that other area. Should we head there? Let's see. Yep. It's definitely in that other area. So, debating right now whether to head there or not. giant colossus right there, or the remains of one. Alright, I'm actually gonna head over there and see if I could see any, like, if I could actually head there. Yeah, it shouldn't be that far in, so not a big deal taking that detour then. Unless this won't open. We'll have to see. Yep, it's not opening. Alright, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go in a roundabout way. Wait, which guard? There is no guard. Yeah, probably just not far enough into the content to pass through here, so I'll get it later on. Let's just go. Pretty sure the blue quest over there is one that will give me another current, so we'll have to do that as well. No, don't worry about it, Crash. Nah, a super fate, or at least that's what I call it, because the music is just that much more dramatic. And usually the boss is way harder. But, a fun fact, some of these, super fates, if you call them that, I'm not sure if all of them do, but I'm pretty sure most of them actually drop pets or minions when you actually win them. If you get the highest ranking medal, not kind of like as a group, it's based on your participation mostly. But once you reach a certain point of damage to the boss, you actually get a minion from it. And some others are just super rare and super unique. And just as much as they're rare and unique, they're actually pretty hard. You get some cool stuff like bardings or special items where you could buy bardings and stuff. For example, let's head over here. So my own chocobo, basically this barding I got with special currency, defeating, what was his name? I'm pretty sure it was Odin. And then the North Shroud? Yeah, it was North Shroud. Let's see if I could open up here's my companion appearance. Alright, so it's not Odin, it's Sleipnir Barding. Maybe that's the name of his horse, whatever. Anyway, basically some of those do give some cool rewards, so always look for that. If you have a group, definitely try it out. Right, did you have any trouble procuring the samples? No, not really. Here you go. Yes, this is perfect. Perhaps someday soon we can restore the cave to what it once was. See, the Comet's Tail was once a place of worship. Legend has it that as the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity swept across Eorzea, Ralgar cast a great beacon into the sky to lead his people to safety. That beacon would one day fall to Earth, and its remains are what illuminate the cave. The Alamegans placed altars within and would often visit to offer up prayers to Ralgar. Of course, that all changed when the Garleans came. No one is certain for what purpose the cave was closed off, but some say it was used as a crude weapons research facility. Whatever the truth may be, I will find it and restore what was taken from the Alamegans. When that day comes, I hope you'll go and pay the Comet's Tail a visit. Well, at least Xenos used it as his private bathing chamber or something like that. I know I would if I was responsible for that area. Call me weird, I don't care. Alright, so basically there's two. Let's do a good role model first. I like to leave the blue quest for last. Alright, good evening, Lieutenant Kuhn. Still fighting the good fight, I take it. With that, we had more soldiers like you. I cannot speak for the Immortal Flames or the Maelstrom, but we of the Twin Adder are not accustomed to combat in such wide open expanses. The beasts that roam these lands are quite dangerous, and to be frank, our new recruits are simply not up to the task of fending them off. For you, I imagine it would be like crushing ants underfoot. That is why I would ask you to give my men a brief lesson in combat by slaying the ant lions at Pike Falls. I've instructed them to stay well out of sight, so you should have no trouble fighting without distraction. When you finished, any advice you can offer them would no doubt be invaluable to their training. Alright, let's go train some new. How far is it? Oh, it's not that far, that's good. Alright, let's check the... Alright, so that's 120 out to the southeast. So it's probably one that's around here, so we'll not really bother with that right now. Unless we're actually close to that area. Or close to a different area we haven't explored. Not really gonna bother with it, to be honest. I wanna move on with the content for now. Right next to the super fate. Well, we'll just kill the ones that we find. And of course, thank you for the assist crash with this. This is actually one of the few things that the party could do as far as quests, which is pretty nice. Alright. Oh, sweet. Alright, now let's go talk to the serpent recruits. There's one. Sorry to meet you, sir. To watch you fight was quite inspiring. Tell me, did you have any tactics in mind before engaging the ant lions? Alright, so let's actually give them useful information. Let's not be jerks here. Yes, of course, I noticed how you consistently aimed for what seemed to be the soft spots between their shell plating. Can't promise your words will remain with me in the heat of battle, but I will do my best not to disappoint you or my superiors. Well, as long as the thought is there, that's what counts in my book. And skipping side quests, how could you? Alright, Lieutenant Kun, the rumors of your prowess do no justice to what I just witnessed. What is your secret? Right, let's give them some more useful information. Seeing your nimble footwork firsthand, it is hard to refute the truth in that. Truth be told, I am a rather clumsy fellow, but I will practice every day until I'm as sure-footed as the illustrious Shirogami-kun. Excuse me, I need time to think on this. Yes, you do, recruit. Alright, let us head back. Should be done with this one, then we'll just pick the last of the quests. What would seem to be the last of the side quests, and then we'll move on. As far as Limsa goes, I've done almost every single thing there. I don't think I have anything else there. I'm pretty sure not. But the only thing I don't really do genuinely is fates, but those are just recurring. Huh. People. More people. Welcome back. The men seem transformed having met you, though I suppose you're accustomed to having that effect on people. Sadly, I have no memorable acts of daring with which I can inspire them. Still, I'm heartened to know there are folks like you to whom they can look up to, will inspire them to train harder. I'll be the first to admit I was skeptical when they first began enlisting adventurers in their grand companies, but I'm glad my doubts were proven unfounded. Safe travels, Lieutenant. Do I outrank this guy? I have no clue. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't care either way. Alright. Lieutenant Kuhn, a moment if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder, overseeing the occupation of Casham Oriens for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your wont to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm. Though, it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Twin Adder and the Eurazine Alliance. Thus, I would ask for your aid in our reconnaissance mission here in the Prince's Prey. Speak with Lieutenant Molko. When you are ready to receive a briefing, she will be overseeing the operation. And 7 ranks above me. Alright. Wait, I went to the wrong person. That's all good. That's what happens. That's what I get for trying to multitask. Alright, gasp. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is. Shirogami-kun, the Griffin's Bane himself. Yes, I am confused. Yes, a great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Baelsir's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can't think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. Pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Casham Oriens? Is that a play on Titan's Bane? Pretty sure it is. Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Ah, goodness me. Where are my manners? Talam Molko, military records officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you only need ask. Now then, let me appraise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Casham Oriens, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garlands, prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment, or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Excuse me. Alright. By the living or be they living or deceased, it is our duty to find them, not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind of knowing what happened here. If that this were a recent incident, though, it will be no easy task ascertaining your whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before the Alamegans came to settle here, and as luck would have it, the resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. Excuse me. Alright. Who do we need to speak to? A hidden truth. Speak to Inanta Battle Maid. Alright, let's go talk to some more sneak people. Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago. Yes, I remember when the Garleans gained their foothold here. They interned any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. Also, I am not gonna say all those S's. It's just, no, not gonna happen, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. Settlement to the south, why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble. Right, I'm pretty sure that this is basically gonna help us explore a decent area. Decent, spot of land. If it actually heads more towards the north. We'll have to see where it leads us though. Right now, we're heading straight south, which doesn't really help. Yeah, still same southeast, so that's a no. What are Garleans doing here? Do not be allowed to leave. Get them. Alright, looks like we're fighting some more soldiers. Ah! There we go. Scared him. Goodness, that's smart. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training, though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. We are to make any sense of this, we must search this place from top to bottom. After my heart returns to my chest. Yes, you need to calm down. Alright, Crash, see you later. Sorry to keep you waiting. I figure the battlefield is no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no further distractions. Now let's begin our search. We'd like to cover more ground if we split up. Hopefully, there is still some trace of the prisoners left here. Well, we could only hope. Upon closer inspection of the ground, you see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh. Pulling stench of rotting debris fills your nostrils. You're unable to discern where the odor is coming from. Why do I have a feeling that they're still living in this place? Might be completely wrong. This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Apologies for the interruption. Let's continue on. We might have to leave soon right after this, so let's get this going. Ah, Shirigami, thank goodness. Found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell. Unwell. No, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine. But what of you? A little girl dressed in strange clothes. Quite strange. What? You have some nerve. Regardless of how I look, I am a ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adders. Thank you very much. Now, who are you, and what business do you have here? Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much. You don't remember? Well, is there anything you can remember? Remember. Yes, something about this place, something familiar, quite familiar. Pretty sure these are the people that were there for 20 years. Shirigami, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he's not from this place, considering he's Elizin. He's likely a Gridanian, escaped from the Guardians, or perhaps could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Guardian soldiers from before. You need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, but would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than these dilapidated houses. And we may be able to help you recover your memory. Memories. Sweet memories. Yes, we would like them very much. Alright then, let's return to Castram Oriens. My browbeating commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose it can't be helped. Should I be a good person and help them? Why not? Oh, that's a fake. What's your name? Well, the lag. Nice. Now, to move on to finish this quest, then I'll have to end this stream here. After the quest, of course, not before we finish it. Alright, possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say? I expected such wild claims from Lieutenant Molko. If he would corroborate her report, perhaps this warrants investigation. Till further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eurozine Alliance. Sir, with all due respect, you cannot just... Lieutenant Molko, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed when he's had a bit of rest to see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garlean. Should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You are free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Alright, so I'll be ending this stream here. Let's zoom in a bit. Get a nice shot. And of the duckling too. Alright, this seems good enough. Let's see. Alright, so this brings this stream to an end. Hopefully I should be able to stream again tonight at 9 p.m. That stream is gonna be a Star Wars The Old Republic stream with Kel. We're gonna be doing Flashpoint Frenzy. Last time we were supposed to do Manan and Legacy of Brigada, but because of some internet issues with Kel's stream and just a bunch of technical difficulties during that night, we weren't able to really continue. So we will continue that and do a redo of all that tonight hopefully. Alright, so let me put my info here in chat. You follow me at the links here, and if you like what you see, you're more than welcome to just stay and hang out whenever I'm live. Drop a follow if you want to get notifications for that. I'm trying to stream on a more regular basis, but we'll see how that goes. And without further ado, till we meet again.